Hello everyone to the Techforce Podcast Show. I'm your host Shivani, and today we are going to talk about social media, the future of social media in Web3. And I'd like to introduce my guest, Bruno. Hi, Bruno. How are you?
Hi, hello everyone, and thank you for having me here today.
Yeah. Bruno is basically the person you should reach out to if you are new to blockchain, if you really want to learn about Web3, what is blockchain, what is NFTs. There's everything Bruno covers. Why don't you tell our audience about a brief more about what do you do?
Okay, so just to give you a little bit of background of myself, I
Yeah.
start as a biomedical engineering. I have a degree both in master degree and bachelor degree both in biomedical engineering. I've been working with pharmaceutical for the last 7 years. I've
Okay.
been working in the US as technical manager. And for me, the switch from the biomedical world to the crypto space was not so difficult because before I used to work on a project called serialization and track and trace of trucks. That
Okay.
is supposing that you have to create a code that is associated to drug. So in this way, you can track them from the moment they've been created until you have them in your hand. And in this way, you are going to avoid counterfeiting of drugs. And it's a concept very similar to blockchain because you are creating this unique code that is associated to this drug. And then the data, instead of being stored on chain, they are stored on server. So the change
Okay.
was not so difficult for me from the technical point of view. I started to invest in crypto in 2018, and
Right.
side passion become my main passion. I'm a person that is very driven by what excites me and pushed by the American dream because I used to live in the States. I decided to bet everything on myself. I quit my job. I moved to Bali, and now here I'm working as a crypto coach, as a Web3 consultant, and plus I have another big project that I'm developing right now that has the goal of put together crypto community, Web3 communities, because especially in this bear market, we can see how the crypto community itself, it's more important because
Yeah.
it's the believer, the one that are going to use this technology, that are going to bring this technology to the mass adoption.
Yeah, that's really wonderful that you're doing these things. Like we need people like you who inspires other people to at least
Thank
gain some bit knowledge about what currently goes on in technical world. Yeah,
Yes, we need it. But thank you so much.
yeah. Okay, so on based on our topic, social media giants are like in Web 2, they played they earned a lot of money. Let's keep it that way, right? Everyone is doing some or the other thing, and lately, like we all know about Elon Musk with the Twitter fiasco, that something there's everything new that is going on with him in charge. So, what are your views on that that's happening right now?
So look, honestly, I'm a big fan of Elon. I used even to drive a Tesla. So
Everyone in blockchain and crypto is huge fan of Elon.
yeah, I am honestly. And I'm happy honestly that he bought Twitter. If you think Twitter
Yeah,
right now is a private company, so he
yeah,
can do whatever he wants because he bought
yes,
it. And people don't like it. It's clear as as day.
you
Don't
can
use it.
leave.
Nobody is forcing you to use it.
Yeah, right.
But I think at the same time that he's doing good because Twitter, it's an unbearable place. It's
Yeah,
full of bot. It's full of scam. It's losing, the main value that he had at the beginning. When you
yeah,
go there, you don't know who is real, who is fake. You have to waste the entire days trying to understand what is
yeah,
going on, who is telling the truth, who is not. Of course, there is a lot of people that it's important to follow because they give real information. And also sometimes,
yeah,
especially in the crypto space, if you want to know what is happening, doing a tweet is the main means spreading knowledge or sharing what is happening in this space. But me personally, I'm happy of what Elon is doing, and I hope that he's gonna bring down all the bots, all the scam,
yeah,
and at the end, look, whatever project he put himself in, the project became a success.
yeah,
Tesla, nobody would have believed that he would have become the number one for electric vehicle,
yeah,
and he is. SpaceX,
yeah,
people told him that he was crazy. Look at him. He's the first one that he created something like this. Neuralink. Wherever project he's in, he
He
went ahead.
does it.
But honestly, I think we need more entrepreneur like Elon that will continue to disrupt and think in a different way from the masses. Maybe we need a little bit of guidance. I don't know, there is a lot of different thoughts about Elon, but me personally, I love him. So whatever he's doing, I need him. Go for it.
Definitely, yeah. All right. Okay, so considering that social media is playing a huge part for content creators, right? Like, especially people like us, marketing companies and influencers. What Web3 holds for social media?
So I think that Web3 is going to make a huge change in the way that social media are working. If you
Yeah,
think, when we switched from Web1 to Web2, there was no technological innovation. The only thing that
yeah,
has changed is only the way that you are using the internet.
yeah, right.
Web1, you had a world where websites were created by company for selling services. People
Selling.
were going and buying services. In
Yeah,
Web2, basically what happened is that we had big tech that created this social network where we don't become anymore the owner of whatever we create. It can be video, picture, data.
yeah.
Sometimes they say, if you don't pay for something, it's because you are the product.
You
And
are the
that's exactly
product.
what is happening. We are the
Yeah,
product. This big tech have made money on us, on the way that we use this platform. And then they sell our data to the highest bidder that can later target us with their
yeah,
ads, with selling things that maybe we don't even need it. But we become the target. And I think that with Web3, a lot is going to change because we are going to implement decentralization. And with
yeah,
decentralization, you have the fact that you don't have anymore the big tech that are having a monopoly on the way that you are using social network, that they are going to apply censorship in the moment they think it's necessary or when they don't like how
yeah,
people are thinking.
yeah,
And we've seen this with Facebook and Instagram. At the end, these are all platforms. If you think Facebook is a platform that changes name in Meta because they want to create a metaverse, they want to be more involved in crypto. They try to create their own token that was Libra. And at the end, if you try to put an ads on Facebook and you say that this is
there, yeah,
about crypto, they're going to
oh,
stop it. They're going to
yeah,
publish. You have always to go around things. So in the moment you put the word crypto blockchain, immediately they're going to put a big X on you for saying you're banned. You don't have to talk about this. So I think that Web3 is going to bring a lot of good things from this point of view. I don't know if you know the layer one blockchain internet computer protocol, ICP. They are number 38 in the coin market cap ranking, and they are the only blockchain at the moment that it's really fully on chain, because all the other blockchains, Solana,
yeah,
and Torda, they are
its
using
own.
Amazon Web Service. They are using classic
Yeah,
server to store your data.
right.
While
Yeah,
instead ICP, it's saving everything on chain. It's much cheaper to save information there. If you think for serving like 1 gig of data on Ethereum, you need to spend like $3 million, something like this.
yeah,
If you're saving 1 gig on Solana, now the price went down, so it's around 150. A couple of months
yeah,
ago, it was
yeah,
300K. On
yeah,
ICP, for saving 1 giga, you spend like $5. And
right.
the way that it works is different. But why I'm talking of ICP is because ICP is the only one that is creating a replica, let's call it like this, of all the Web2 social network that are going to be working completely offline. So you're going to have a version of WhatsApp, a version of Reddit, of LinkedIn,
Okay.
Twitter, and they are completely decentralized. Information are stored on chain. You
Yeah,
are the owner. You can decide what to do with your data, but especially you can start to use this social even to transfer money between people. So
yeah,
there is a different concept now that is going to be introduced. Let's not give any more data to other, but let's use
let's
it in the
own.
best way. Also, if you think like classic blockchain, they are like, I want to make this example. They like you're watching the TV, and the TV is your decentralized application that you want to use on Ethereum. And every time that you want to use the remote to change the
The
channel,
channel, yeah.
despite you have battery inside, you have any way to pay. And these are the gas fee for using decentralized application. On
Right.
ICP, for example, you
Yes.
have the remote, but what is happening is that who built the decentralized application, it's paying for the battery that are inside the remote, and you
Yeah.
can just use it without paying. Also, this
Yeah.
is changing because this is a big problem that every time you need to use a decentralized application, you need to pay every time gas fee
Every time.
for
Yeah.
every things that you're doing. With ICP, you cannot do this. So this doesn't want to be a sponsorship for ICP, but it's just for
Yeah.
saying that there is a change. We are seeing that the change is happening. Now we have to test it, see how the community is responding,
Yeah.
and see how people are going to use it in which way.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my whole point about decentralization. So like yes, we do talk about decentralization on everything these days, but how social media, because one or the other you mentioned that one or the other chain is owned by someone. There is a one person, there is a whole group of people that is owning one particular say for example blockchain. So how this decentralized system will work on social media, like social platforms? And also, like, do you have any examples of any social platforms that are completely run by community or something like that? You may share with us.
Okay, so look, if we talk of in which way we are going to use decentralization on social network,
Yeah.
let's start to think that there are these things that are called social token. Okay, what is the
Hmm.
goal of these social tokens?
Hmm.
Social tokens, they are going to be used inside social network to bring a more democratic environment. Okay,
Okay.
what
Yeah.
will happen is that we are going to see how brands, business,
Right.
influencer, they're going to start to create and monetize out of their online activities. And in this way, we're going to see communities that are going to start to use blockchain technology. Okay. So if you think when we talk of social tokens might look like a strange concept, but the social tokens, it's something that it's very similar to the concept of NFT, non-fungible token. The only difference between a social token and an NFT is that an NFT, we know that it's representing a real world asset or a replica or the ownership of something. And the meaning of non-fungible, it means that you cannot exchange it
Yeah.
with
Exchange it. Right.
something. Okay, it's
Yeah.
unique. What is giving value to an NFT? It's the unicity of that item.
Yeah.
While we talk of social tokens, the social tokens are like fiat money or like crypto. They are fungible. So this means that they are divisible and interchangeable. In this way, the social token can be used as a medium of exchange, okay? And by being
Okay.
used as a
Yeah.
medium of exchange, this means
Yes.
the communities, they can monetize out of what they are giving to others. So to make the example more clear, social tokens, they come in two ways.
Yeah.
There are personal social tokens and there are community social tokens.
Hmm.
An example of personal social tokens, there was this influencer, I think his name was Alex Masmeji.
Okay.
Yeah, Alex
Okay.
Masmeji. He was a
Okay.
crypto entrepreneur that moved to the Silicon Valley. What he
Okay.
created, he created a personal social token that had the name of Alex, and the people that were buying this token could decide the way that he was living his life, like the diet that he was having,
Okay.
the way that he was going to the gym.
Going, yeah.
But at the same time, then this token changed, and people that were holding the token of Alex got access to like a private newsletter, private Telegram chat with Alex, and at the same time, certain like people from the community that were holding a certain number of this token, they were entitled as well to get a percentage of how much money Alex himself was making. So this is an example of
Oh.
personal social tokens. When we talk instead of community social tokens, these instead are designed in a way that the community is going to be rewarded out of the participation that they are having in a certain group where they belong. So
Okay.
this is that the utility tokens are developed in a way that the online communities are going to be taking an advantage of it. And in this way, the network of the community itself is going to get acceleration, okay?
Yeah.
If you think there are a lot of communities that are having, for example, their fan base on platform like Slack, Discord, and Telegram. What they do, they ask you to own this social token to have
Yes.
access into this
Into the
community. I think that the
communities.
project that went really good, his name was Swag, I think. Yes, Swag. And they had the Swag token. And what was happening with this Swag token was that the people that were holding it, they were receiving like a lot of benefits, like airdrop, information of first hand,
Yeah.
newsletter, participation to special Telegram group. So the thing that we need to understand is that when we talk about community token, social token, they can be personal, community, or whatever, the thing is that this is a new way of monetizing the way that your fan base. Let's put it like if you're good and you are having followers, your followers can start to profit out of the fact that they are following you. It's like an artist is producing music, instead of going to a label that is paying for his right and they're giving him a certain amount of money and then they take the profit of the amount of album that they sell. What is happening is that you can be part of the fan base of that artist, and through the social token you can buy their tracks, and every time that these tracks are being played there is a percentage, there are royalties. You are being rewarded as a loyal fan. So this can really, change completely the way that social networks are being used.
Yes, but this all depends upon the close-knit communities. So what we coming from if I personally come, I do not come from a technical background. I come from a non-technical background. So for me, this is really new. But the communities that are like I regularly on intervals I see on Twitter every day, like there are huge chunks of communities. They are airdropping NFTs. They are dropping their price, and some people like initially were dying to get that particular piece of NFT that holded that much value to them, right?
Yeah, look at Bored Ape Yacht Club. If you are an owner of Bored Ape Yacht Club, the people were receiving like airdrop of the ape token. They made a lot of money just because they were holding a BAYC.
Yeah, right.
This is
Exactly.
the good thing. You need to have, of course, a good storytelling behind, a good marketing, a good value, a good product for your community. Otherwise, it's easy. Yeah, I'm making a social token, but what are you giving to your people? Look at
you need to add value.
Exactly, like the CryptoPunk that were created by Tiffany. They started with a floor price of 24 ETH. I don't know how much it dropped because it was not anything to the community. So the community just dumped it. They were like, you want to mess with us? We are going to mess with you.
Yeah, right. That is the thing happening right now. So coming from a marketing as a marketing person, how does marketing work in metaverse, or what is the future of marketing? So as of now, we are working with 1,000 different things regarding the product which we want to sell, or which we want to a service which we want to sell. How do you think this particular thing that we are doing currently would hold up that value in Web3, or especially in metaverse?
Okay. So I would say that marketing is one of the most important things that you have right now for whatever project. It can be NFT, metaverse, crypto, blockchain. If you don't have a proper marketing, you are not going to be successful. Marketing is important because people are still in the mindset of the Web2, so they need to be pushed to do something. They don't do it for their own sake. They do it because somebody else is telling them. That's why marketing is very important. I think that marketing is going to play a huge role in the Web3 space, especially with all these new features that are belonging to blockchain, like NFT or metaverse or Web3 website, decentralized application, because marketing is the most important thing for your community to know what you are doing, what are the advantages that you are giving. And marketing is the sector that is creating these advantages, because it will know how a community is behaving and what a community might expect and what you can leverage to have a community to stay tighter and to stay much stronger and part of what you are doing. Regarding the metaverse, me personally, I believe that we are not yet in a phase where the metaverse is working. A lot of people want to talk about metaverse, but if you try to ask what is a metaverse, nobody is able to give you a reply. At the end, the metaverse should be the evolution of the internet, that from a 2-dimension, it goes to a 3-dimension. But we know also that there are 3 main principles that a metaverse should have. That is the one to allow millions of people to be connected at the same time. Have this technology. Having the possibility of experiencing something that is as close as possible to a real-life experience. And we don't have it, because at the moment, everything looks like it's coming out from a 90s video game. The latest from Meta are terrible. Third, you need to have a system that is constantly online. So these 3 core are not being respected. We don't have the technology for providing these 3 things. So I think that the metaverse will happen. It's something that will exist in the future. Right now, we still don't know how to really use it and how to take advantage of it, because there are so many metaverse that are coming out. There are so many 3D websites that are starting to be implemented and created, but exist multiple metaverse. We have so many of them. Each one of them is looking like a different planet that are part of the same galaxy. But they are all distant and they are not communicating with each other. So there is no interoperability. You don't have data that are possible to be exchanged. And we are noticing that people are not so interested anymore. Look at Decentraland. We're talking of a multi-billion company that has an average of 600 users per day. This is a joke, honestly. So talking about metaverse, for me, because I come from the technical background. So as an engineer, I question everything. I always ask why, how, what. Like I try to ask this question many times before to say, your idea is really amazing. Is my defect, I think. But this because I don't come from the speculation point of view, but I come from the technological point of view. So for me, it's very important that you need to satisfy everything for starting to say that the metaverse will work. So the metaverse will exist in the future, but for now, we are still in a phase where I think we are testing and experimenting. Like there was this webinar that I was watching a couple of weeks ago, where they did an example that I really liked, that I would like to repropose also here. And imagine, like, for representing what is the metaverse and how to use it, let's make a real analogy. So the metaverse can be seen as a big Luna Park like Disneyland, okay? So an amazing place where you can do whatever you want, you can be whoever you want, you can have amazing experience. Okay? Now, you know that when you arrive to this metaverse, to Disneyland, you need to have ticket to enter inside. Maybe you have membership, maybe you have VIP card, maybe you have a ticket that is helping you to avoid the queue. These are NFTs, okay? And inside the Disneyland, you can buy toys, sticker, poster, canvas, whatever it is coming from Disneyland. And all of these are also NFTs. But the shop and the kiosk where you are going to buy these toys, they are the Web3. So they are the decentralized application where you can buy these NFTs. And then if you think all the Disneyland park, it's working through electricity. So there are the power grid that are in the ground that are allowed for the metaverse to work.
Yeah.
The
Right.
power grid is the blockchain. So sometimes saying that Web3 is powering the metaverse, it's wrong, because in reality, what is powering everything, it's the blockchain. Then you
Blockchain.
build Web3 application inside the blockchain,
Yep.
and you use the NFT for having access to the metaverse.
Right. Right. That's a beautiful example you just gave regarding Disneyland and everything. Yeah, so that was before this podcast, I had a podcast with one of the women in blockchain talks. I hope you do know about her, Lavinia
No,
Osborne. She's really into blockchain and she talks a lot about blockchain. And I
I'm
told
gonna
her,
follow her.
yeah, and I told her in the podcast that next podcast, probably like whenever that happens, we might have it on Meta. Like that is my dream to host a show, to host the whole panel discussion to host a whole podcast in Metaverse so that people can enjoy, they can have drinks,
I
they can
think
have
would
a
be nice
party.
to have it.
Yeah. Yes. All right, Bruno, thank you so much for sharing those wonderful thoughts and thank you so much for like enlightening this conversation. It
My
was
pleasure.
wonderful to have you on the show. We would like to end the podcast with some good notion, like you want to end on a good note. What would you like to say to our audience?
Look, there is one quote, but this is my quote. Is a
Okay,
quote that I like to use with the people that I coach or that I help, that I consult. And
okay,
the quote is like this: be safe, be innovative, be successful.
nice, good. Copyrighted by Bruno. Yeah.
You
All
know, in
right.
the world, you need to be safe first because
Yes.
there is a lot of scam going around. So you need to be aware of what is happening. Be
Yes.
innovative, so don't be scared of what is
Yeah.
happening around you, but actually be curious about it, discover
Yes.
always something new,
Yes.
then be successful. Put in practice all the first two that you did
Yes.
before.
Yes. That's what I always end my podcast with. Do your own research. To whoever new is
Mandatory.
entering, whoever in, no matter what you do your own research because that's the thing that will land you
That's
wherever you
that's
are.
the motto of all our crypto community. If we don't do our own research, we are in
Exactly.
deep troubles.
Yes, yes. All right. Thank you so much, Bruno, for joining the show. It was really good to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. I really enjoyed it. I hope your
Yes.
community and people will like it as well. And
Yes.
looking forward for another session, probably maybe the metaverse one.
Yes, definitely. All
I mean,
right. Definitely. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye.